Hello everybody, welcome to the very first look at our brand new world, and this is potentially our brand new world. So first of all, I'll explain to you what we're doing here. We're going to have a look at 3 seeds that I have chosen for the next world. Now this is a short list. I've gone through many seeds, and these are the 3 that I think are worth having a look at, and I need your help for deciding which one will be the seed that we are going to be using in our next world. So before we get going any further, I also want to mention that every one of these seeds had to make it on the list with a mushroom island, a jungle biome, and a flower forest biome within 1500 blocks in any direction from spawn. That was the one thing that I needed for this seed to be on this list. Then I went through a few and I cancelled a few out that I didn't like, and these were the few that I had left. Now, each of these maps that I've got on here have come from mineatlas.com. There is a link down in the description, and you guys can also go on there and try and have a look at a few different seeds and check these seeds out as well for yourself. Now, the very first seed we're going to have a look at here has a very large mainland, and you can see I've got a few markings around here so you guys can see what's going on. And what I like about these mainlands is I like to have things interconnecting, so that's what we're going for in this new world. We're going to have many projects all interconnected in a very near area. That's why we want it to be within 1500 blocks of spawn. That's that reason there. So we'll spawn on this one on an island in the water, and that is not particularly ideal, but I think it is alright. And the reason I'm not really too happy about that is because I've got an idea to have many functional things like farms all around the spawn area and then build out around from that. So we don't necessarily need to see the spawn area. But that's not a big problem. I just don't want to clear too much water out. Then we'll go and have a look at the mushroom island biome. Now this one is a very decent size, and the only thing I'm not a fan of is the fact that it's right next to a desert. I think that the desert is not a very nice looking biome, but that's alright, we can continue on with that. Then the jungle biome, and this is just a bit south of what the map shows you, but there is some really interesting little coves on the south side of this island, and I really like this. I think it's really cool, and I've got quite a few ideas for it. The next part is this extreme hills, and I like it because it's an island of extreme hills, which you don't really get too often, I don't find, and it's a very big one as well, so I think we can do a lot of stuff with this. I think you can build into the island. That'll be really cool. I've got some ideas for that. Then the very last thing, this is my personal favorite thing, this is why I kept this on the list, and this is this flower forest biome, but this one is on an island, which is really cool. And to make it even better than it is before, it's got a river running from north to south, and I love this river. I think this river gives it a lot of character, and we can do a lot of cool things with it. So I guess we'll move on to the second seed. This seed is very similar to the first seed in the fact that it has a lot of similar biomes on it, but it does have a very large mainland, which is preferable to the first seed. The spawn of this one is in this snow forest area, which is really cool. It's around an inland lake, and I think it looks really good. Not to mention, it's also right next to a snow biome with an ice spikes biome just south of the spawn area, which is an added bonus, and I really like the ice spikes. I think they are very important, and we need that compressed ice as well. Then we'll move on to the mushroom island biome, and this one is actually an island. It's a very large one, and there's not a lot around it, so it is quite a cool thing to build on, and I think it will be really good where it is right there. Then the jungle, which is right next to this plains biome over here, and this is very interesting. The reason I wanted to stop at this one is it's got a jungle temple right next to it, right here, and it's also got some really good coastline in the front of it if you go a bit further north and a bit further south as well. I want to have a look at this extreme hills bay area as well. It's got a taiga and forest biome right next to it, and that's actually on both sides of it. And it looks really interesting, and it's really good. I think we can build quite a bit of cool stuff in here. Now, for this seed, there is a flower forest biome. It is very insignificant and not even worth checking out here, but we do have one, and that is important. Now we'll move on to the third and final seed, which I'm going to show you today, and this is currently my favorite seed. It's got a really good range of biomes, and it has a really awesome layout as well. But don't let that sway you. If you guys prefer something else, please let me know. I don't want to change your guys' minds because I like it. But this has 2 mainlands, and I regard the south one as the main one. The spawn is on this small island, which doesn't show up on the map, but it's really close to the mushroom island biome, and it's a bit of a further travel for trees, so that's one thing which is not really too good about this. There also is a mega taiga biome in here, and it takes up quite a large amount of the map, but that is an extra bonus as well, because the mega taiga biome is the only one which has podzol, and we're going to use that anyway, so that is a very useful thing to have. The jungle biome in this one is extremely large, and it's next to this extreme hills biome here, which is actually pretty cool because it creates this nice bay area around the edge of the biome, which we can use to make a bit of a village around here, and I think it's really, really cool. Then there is the ice spikes biome, which is also an extra bonus. As I said in the last one, this one has it as well. Plus, this one also has a mesa biome in it, and that is another reason why I like this seed a little bit more than the other seeds. Then the final thing, and I know I said in the last one that the flower forest biome is quite insignificant, but this one is even more insignificant, and it's insignificant in a funnier way, because this one literally has one chunk of flower forest biome right over here. But that is all we need, so the only reason we need the flower forest is to get flowers. That's the only reason we wanted it, and this will perform very, very well. So this is exactly what we needed. Now that will conclude all of the seeds that we have for today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video at least to some extent, getting started with the brand new world. If you have any choice, please let me know. I would love to know what you guys are thinking about it, and if you've got any ideas for what we can build in here, leave them down in the comment section. I would love to read them. Also, we have got news that Minecraft 1.12 will be released very, very shortly, hopefully this week that this video came out on. So we should be getting started very, very soon with this world. So I think that will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I am super excited for the new world. I hope you guys are too. But thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.